both TSM and Intel Corporation are making big expansion bets. Does anybody have a preference over the other? Well, I think you definitely have a preference over the other, so I'll pass it over to you first.
In this case, I like Intel better, and this is basically a valuation call because TSM has a valuation, I think, in the 30s the last time I checked it. And while I said that Taiwan will not likely get invaded, there is still a possibility. I think it deserves a little bit of a discount for that reason. Whereas with Intel, it is speculative, but at 10 times earnings, I think it's undervalued. I don't know how far they'll succeed. I don't know if they'll make that goal of catching up to TSMC in the next 2 years, but I think they can make some progress in it. And I think that progress will take the valuation a little bit higher over time.
Yeah. Well, do you want to go with the established leader who's dominating today? Or do you want to buy the much cheaper stock that's trading about a third of the valuation, but they're going to spend tens of billions of dollars over the next few years to build up a new business that they haven't been in before? So it kind of depends on how much risk you want to take. Intel's a bit risky. I gotta say, it could pay off, but it's you have to have faith in Pat Gelsinger and what he's doing. The stock is cheap, and you're going to get that dividend, but they're going to spend all of their free cash flow building these massive new fabs over the next few years. If I had to bet, I would guess it would probably work, and it would probably be pretty successful. But it's going to be a more capital-intensive business than their traditional business, which was dominant in processors. And I think they're doing this because their core chip business is kind of under pressure. It's not going to go away, but obviously AMD and all the competitors are sort of catching up and leaping ahead. And then you have the big, really huge companies like Microsoft and Amazon are designing their own chips. So it's a tricky road, but the stock is very cheap. So it depends on how much risk you want to take.
Agree. And Billy, I think you made sure a great point that both investments in theory could be good. It all depends on the whatever type of risk you want to take. Hey, I feel more comfortable holding the leader right now, so I'd rather go with TSM. Maybe I might pay a little bit of a premium for it, but that's my kind of tolerance. Or maybe I enjoy that, hey, Intel right now is kind of into the chip process market, and now they have the optionality of maybe growing this kind of manufacturing business as well. So I'll rather kind of put a little bit more risk for that kind of company. For me, something like that, if I had to pick between both, I wouldn't. I would just pick both, just for those same reasons. Maybe some part of me wants to hold the leader, but at the same time, I also wouldn't mind holding one that could potentially kind of enter that market. So I kind of cheated with that question there.